Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm at Washington and I'm reviewing the most expensive and the most powerful BMW that is ever built. This is the 2024 BMW XM, the most powerful 4.4 liter V8 that BMW sells. So let's start this full in-depth review by showing you guys the front. I'm going to get inside, turn on these full LED headlights that are carried from the X7 and the BMW 7 Series design. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button, the car turns on. It's a plug-in hybrid, so no sound. This is with the full lights, this is with the hazard, this is with the high beam, this is without the high beam. Now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the lights. So you can see it has the same type of technology the X7 and the 7 Series does. So you have the daytime running lights and the hazards on the top. You have the right illumination light right there, and then you have the main projector setups below here. It's a two separate design. Then you have the massive grille in this bronze accent that actually illuminates all around. It says XM right there. These are open because it needs the ventilation. Front camera right there, openable right here, and then you have the one on this side. Overall, it looks really, really nice. You have the BMW logo at the front, and then if you look at the bottom section, it is completely open here for the amount of force it needs to take all that air in and breathe it in. It has a big radar at the front for the safety. You have 6 sensors at the front with a front camera for your 360-degree camera. The hood of the car is designed in a way that it looks like it's very edgy. So it's very aggressive looking, and it's a very, very aggressive car. Rain sensing wipers, you have all the safety systems that BMW cars would get because it's the most expensive BMW. But now I'm going to show you the engine. Now I'm going to get inside the car and open the hood that's actually at the driver's side, and because it's a BMW, I've pulled it twice, so once, second time, and then if I just come on the front, I can just lift up the hood and it's going to slowly get up, probably. There we go. Now we have the car's engine. So before we come to the engine, just look at what's under the hood. Everything is very organized. The engine's closer to the cabin for the weight distribution. This is a 4.4 liter twin turbocharged V8. With this engine, you have an 8-speed torque converter automatic transmission that's sending the power to the 4 of the wheels. Overall, this is the most powerful engine that BMW put in its cars. And this car is producing 738 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. This much amount of horsepower has been never done with a 4.4 liter V8 that BMW sells. You have insulation on the top, and overall, this car is fast. Like it's a 3 or a 2 second car. You can see you have M power written with your 8 cylinders. That is in red, and then it says M right there. It's pretty cool, pretty nice. You have the car's positive at the front, and now if I want to close the hood, I just get it closer, and then I just lift this notch down, and then if I press it from both sides, there the hood closes. Now I'm going to show you the car's side profile. So let's start with the front wheels. First of all, look at these wheels. BMW has never made wheels like this ever. So you have bronze and black accent. It completely says in big alphabets BMW. This car has Pirelli P0 tires, and overall you can see these are the most sticky tires I've ever seen. Like, these are supposed to be the best of the best. The front wheels are 275 35 R23s. You have 6-piston M brakes, but not carbon ceramics. But the front brake thickness is 16.5 inches with double Wilson suspension and air springs. It says XM right there with this bronze accent that all the way continues till the back, and it wraps around for the window trims. It has the BMW M performance mirror, so it's extended for more aerodynamics. You have the car's hazard light here with the side camera. What's cool is the doors, it feels so premium, like the closing sound and the opening sound, incredible for the fronts and the backs. And just look at the side skirt, how it's designed to be the most aggressive thing you can know. To be honest, I can tell this is the most expensive BMW just the way it's designed. The rear wheels are the same Pirelli P0s, but the rear wheels are 315, 30 and 23s, but the rear brakes are a little smaller at 16.2 inches. Not that smaller as in size, but thickness is pretty same. The wheels are very low profile, as you can see, so never take this car off-roading in my opinion. For the fuel tank, I just press here, it should unlock, but as it's BMW, there is a button located inside the car because this is carried over from the SUV lineup. So if I just press this button, and then if I come outside, the lock should have opened up, and then if I just press here, there the fuel tank opens, and then you can fill up your 95-liter fuel tank. And this is a plug-in hybrid, so there's one more on the other side. So for charging the car, if you want to charge it in a home charger, it's going to take 24 hours. But if you want to charge it with a fast charger, it's going to take 12 hours. Or if you charge it with a supercharger, it's going to take 30 minutes. So it's a plug-in hybrid. That's why it's producing that much amount of power. So now let me show you the rear. The rear of this car is very controversial because there's no logo down here, but there's two BMW logos on the top with your upper stop brake light, and the spoiler and everything of the design is like pretty complicated. The windows are like all the way edge to edge. You have the rear windshield wiper here, but BMW should have added their logo here like Mercedes does, but never mind, they didn't do it. Then you have the XM badging in bronze, and then if you look at the diffuser, you have very nice bronze accent with a nice diffuser with 6 sensors, and the exhaust tips are actually very nice looking. Everything looks sleek, but until you turn on the rear tail lights. So let's get inside, let's turn the car on, and then let's get the rear tail lights on. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button. There the car turns on. This is with the full light, this is with the hazard, this is with the reverse. I'm going to put it back to park, and I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the rear. But one thing about BMW cars are, whenever you open the driver's side door, the car automatically turns off. But the hazards turn on, that's why it's blinking, but this is your main tail light and this is your side illumination light. If I go on the other side, for opening the boot, there's a button located right here below it, and then if you press that, the power tailgate automatically opens up, and then you can see how much room you have on the XM. And you actually get a BMW bag that says XM, but this is for your charger of the car, but very big bag. You have the first aid kit right there. You have a location to keep that, and then you have a 12-volt socket here, and you have your fuse box under this. Pretty nice, pretty sleek, and just look at the different diamond quilting design on the top. That's nice too. For closing the boot, there's a button here for closing the boot, and this for closing the boot and locking the car. Let's close that, and now I'm going to show you guys the interior of the XM. So now we are on the interior of the XM. One thing that's similar as a lot of BMW is the screen, because the X7 gets the screen, the X5 gets the screen, all of the BMW now gets the same screen of the LCI models. But let's start with the AC vent. First of all, you have the AC vent here. That's for the joystick for controlling that. You have emergency, and then you have a lockable glove box with decent amount of room, and then you have the two-tone leather all the way. The seats are the most bucket seat I've ever sit in. It says XM right there. That illuminates too. And then if you look at the top, just look at the quilting and everything, how cool it looks, and it has the ambient lighting for the sides. You have two light placements here for your reading, and you can control the upper portion, panoramic roof, everything from there. But if you come to the center, if I just open this, you have a little storage area under this. Let's close this. You have some iDrive. This is for your iDrive controller. This is for parking brake. These are your hybrid and M modes. This is your gear knob. This is all your cameras. If I get this down, you have two cup holders, heated and ventilated, and then you have a wireless charger behind that. And I forgot to show you the key. Oh no, I did show you the key. So it's very nice in performance. Like when you touch the key of this car, it feels like you're touching a key of a premium car. That's nice. Now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster and the infotainment system. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and then everything slowly turns on with the animation. This infotainment is the all-new infotainment for BMW cars and for BMW M cars. You can control this with this iDrive or touchscreen. So let me show you some cool features first. If I go to all apps, first of all I have my BMW ID. I can make my own profile, like make a Google account for BMW and BMW cars. You can do that in Mercedes and Audis as well. Then you can connect all your mobile devices. You have a personal assistant. You have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, FM, and QMix. You can see all your contacts here when you connect your phone. Navigation isn't the best. Mercedes is a little on top of it. But you have your charging details, your seat comfort. So if you go on seat comfort, you can control the driver passenger seat. So if I go to driver's seat, I can control or change the different memory seat positions. And then if I go to seat massage, I can turn on my whole body seat massage, back massage, and everything else. So it's going to slowly start massaging my entire back. And then I can control the levels as well, so full on 3. And then I can turn it on and turn it off whenever I want it to be. And then if you get out of there, you can go to a live vehicle, so you can track systems, interior lighting for the ambient lighting, but it's so bright right now that you can't even see anything. Then you have BMW Assist, owner's manual, automatic, and then BMW messages, digital key, message, Wi-Fi connection, your service details, climate control, your display settings, doors and windows, driving settings, exterior lighting, parking, vehicle status, and that's for all apps. Then you have your international apps and vehicle apps. Now if we go back to home, then you have your media, your phone, and navigation as shortcut. Then you have your widgets. So you have your navigation there. Then you have the vehicle sports display. Then you have your tune mix, telephone. This is for personal assistance, and this is for your tire pressure monitor, drive train, traffic. This is for my BMW. You can see it's the same color as the car. This is for your navigation. It's showing the compass, and you can add more widgets too. For the climate menu, I just press this button, and then you can see all your different climate menus. But now BMW cars are getting much more complicated than ever, so that's why I just prefer Mercedes-Benz's new displays and stuff. When you put it on setup, you can control what type of drive modes you want. So you have 2 buttons on the steering wheel. One is M1, one is M2. So if I want to configure my M1, I can make it as this. So when I press M1, it's going to be on comfort mode. The hybrid is going to be on full hybrid mode. The transmission is going to be on D1, so the least amount of like bang, bang, bang. The energy recovery is going to be on max. The suspension is going to be on comfort, so it's the most comfortable position I want to be in. Sports is going to be, the steering is going to be on comfort as well. The brakes are comfort, DSC on, so traction control, and M sound to be off. So this is the comfortable mode I can have, and then I can have M2. M2 could be the most aggressive mode I want. So that's your 2 driving modes that you can control that from there. And everything about it is it's just really cool. If we come down a bit, then we have the gear knob. It has the M logo on top of it, and this is for controlling the shift speed, and for controlling the gears. So for drive, you just do this. It's on drive. For neutral, you do this, and for reverse, you just do that. And your reversing camera turns on with adaptive guidelines, and that's your 360-degree camera. And then if I want to look at the full view, if I go to more, I can look at the full rear. But if I want to manage all the different ways, I can just put this on this wherever I want. So that's where the sides is for from the rear. If I want to put it back to drive, that's for the front. The front camera actually moves a bit. But this car doesn't have the carbon steering, so that's the only thing that's missing. But everything about it is pretty cool. The DCTs on BMWs before were better than the torque converter transmission. But the carbon and everything, it just comes up to it over here. Steering, love it. It's a love it or hate it thing, but I just love BMW steering wheels. It says M right there. This is for your cruise control, this is for your media. You have your M1, M2, and this car has the big pedals. It sounds real cool. It's pretty nice. It is tilt and telescopic, fully poweredly controllable, and it's pretty easy to do it as well. And now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster. So on the brake, pressing the start button, and then it slowly turns on. What's cool about this new screen is you have different animations, you have different styles, but I like the old screens with one was here, one was there, and no curved display. But you have your speedo here, top speed is 200 miles per hour. You have your fuel gauge there, that's your RPM, red lines in 6,500. You have your battery voltage and which gear you're in and which driving mode you're in. If you go down a bit, let me get the steering a little down, you can see your speed limit monitor. This is for how much miles it's going to go with the fuel it has. This is for the time, so the M flag right there. Then you have the outside temperature, the mileage the car has. If I want to change it a bit, I just press this button, and then I can have media, G-meter, sports display, tire pressure monitor, drivetrain, setup, navigation, your route preview, assistance, trip data, and reduced. I'm going to leave it on the drivetrain for the meantime, or setup. And if I want to control the heads-up display, I can do that as well. But the heads-up display is just so unbright that you can't even see anything. But let's come back to the instrument cluster, because that's where all of the stuff are. The car's on hybrid mode, that's why it's on that. But if I just move it to M2, so if I just press M2 once and hold it to confirm, and then the engine turns on and it goes to the most aggressive mode you can have the car on. Now I'm going to show you the car's door. First of all, just look at all of the carbon bits here. Then you have your AC vent. Then if you go down, you have your light controls. You have a little storage area here in BMW cars. Then you have your dead pedal, brake pedal, and your gas pedal. And then if you look at the car's seat controls, everything is located here, but it's very different from other cars. You have the M written on the side sills. Then you have your Harman card and Twitter. Then you have your massaging seats and controlling for the other seat, your memory seats, door handle, unlock and lock. And then you have the trunk opening, this for exterior mirror controls and window openers, grab handles, full leather treatment until the bottom. You have your bottle holders and your fuel tank opener. Now we're pretty much done with the front. Now I'm going to show you the car's rear seats, but before that it says M right there, as you can see. And the doors are just how nice it is. When I close the door, you can see with the XM that starts from here, it all the way goes back. And then look at the door handles. It has like different type of material on it. Now let's get into the rear seats and we're going to be done with this review. The rear seats on this car, it's very spacious, it's very comfortable. You have isofix anchor points in the bottom, so you can have your child seat inside. If you get this down, you have your 2 cup holders. That's nice. But this is not a car for luxury, it's for performance. But still, it has the luxury touches. You have all quilting leather on the side panels too. You have your USBs for charging your mobile devices, or you can put adapter and put your iPad there. This is your rear AC vents with your rear climate control. You have a little phone holder, 2 USB-C types, and you have your cigarette lighter there. If you look at the ceiling, you have the different amount of designs. It's not a panoramic roof, it's just the design of the ceiling, because it has a carbon roof and it has ambient lighting towards the side as well. It's so comfortable. And just look at the seat belts. It has the M flag inside it, because this is the most expensive M car you can buy. And then if you look at the headrest, you can see how aggressive these are, and overall it's a pretty nice place to be in. Now if I come to the door and show you the door, first of all you have your Twitter speaker, door handle, window opener, and just look at the massive storage. And then you can see the designing of the door is just incredible. And you have AC vent located here, and then you have a hook for your jackets and stuff. But just look at the seats, how it extends till the side. So if you want to relax a bit with your shoulders here, you can. Just look at the amount of leather used in this car. A lot of cows had to die. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks to BMW of Sterling for providing this vehicle to me, so I could do a full in-depth review of this car. Until then, I'll see you next time. Let me know what else exclusive cars you want to look, because I reviewed a lot this week and everything is coming back as a comeback. Now I'm going to get inside this car and turn the exhaust on.